Okay, so first and foremost, make sure you use my link in the description to get an instant 1000 rep, which will get you to level 3, which will give you an extra TTS slot for your own customized text-to-speech in whatever you want. You know, you can use your own voice. You can give subscriber discounts for all of your alerts to your viewers as well as all the interactions and everything. But today we're going to talk about the most comprehensive and by far the greatest alert system that has ever existed. Far better than most alerts that you get everywhere. You just trigger the alerts and it does a thing, you know. You get a subscription, something happens. With this, with Tangier Alerts, you get to program a whole series of events. So we'll look at the alert flows first. So there's all sorts of things. They're adding more all the time. They've added the hype chain stuff, and if you have already used these, you need to log out and log back in to be able to program hype train alert things, because otherwise it says you haven't got the access and it won't save it, because I tried and I need to log out and log in again. But it's really, really, really good, because if you look at my tier 3 sub, so there's a different variety of things that you can do. You can do it so that each individual person, all of your favourite people, can have their own individual sub-alerts, and you can set up an infinite number of these. So, you know, I've got some basic ones set up at the moment, but coming soon, TM, all the customised, personalised alerts for when people subscribe and raid and cheer and all sorts of things, you know, individual appreciation of everyone. If you want infinitely, you can do, and you know, you type their username in there, but you then do the thing. So it's like, if this happens, subscription, you don't have to have a thing. This can just be blank, so you know, any subscription, but I've set it up to tier 3. Then something happens, and I've put an anime wow happens then, and you can do at the same time or then. So you can set a whole chain of events. So if you've got the customized AI text-to-speech, you can have the text-to-speech say things to each other. So Nick Cage is that a tier 3 from person? And then Eric Cartman goes, yeah, I want more tier 3. Like, yeah, I want TC Plus. I know that's a terrible Eric Cartman. Then I get a phone call from them, and it's like, hello, oh, they subscribed to tier 3? Why hasn't anyone thrown them a party? And then that carolers sing a song, sort of. And then the Joker goes and says something, and then there's a dance party. So, you know, it's a bit of a crazy thing, but that's a fun series of events that happens. Unfortunately, with testing alerts, you know, it doesn't do the actual words. It just says the whole test thing. So we're not going to test that one, because that's a whole lot of AIs that are going to do really, really bad test things. But there's even more fun things that you can do. So if we go back to this, you know, you choose a thing. So let's just quickly choose a sub, and then you go add action. So you can see that it's got a thing there. It's like, you know, if subscriber name is the thing, but if we get rid of that, it's optional conditions. You don't need something like that. So just any sub happens, then a thing happens, and these are different in every single thing. But you can upload a personalized video for them if you would like. You can play a sound file. You can ask any of millions, well, not millions, but a lot, a lot of AI text-to-speech, including your own customized ones, are available in there. And, you know, you get all sorts of options with your own customized ones, including programming a literal AI knowledge. So, you know, if it asks a question, it says things. You can use the overlay interaction from all the interactions pages, which includes your own interactions that you set up. You can use the scene from Spline. Now, Spline is a free 3D programming thing. Or if you are really good, you can set up an iframe that does sort of things, and there's something that they've got an example of where they do a raid with 1,000 viewers, and for each and every viewer it spawns a rave crab. If you know what you're doing with that, that's ridiculous. Like, I don't know what I'm doing with that, so you know. But I have got, with the gifted subs, I've there we go. I've got my AI text to speech, which will say things like shenanigans and stupid things. You know, won't read my script here, but you know, the test alert won't. The main thing will. Then I've used a spline interaction, their example one, where it will spawn the number of gifts equal to the people equal to the number of gifts on the screen. So we'll test this alert and you'll hear not what I've written on the thing. And you'll see for yourself what happens. So it will, at the same time as the alert, which will come through any second, it might be a bit late, delayed sometimes. I don't know what causes the delay, but sometimes. There we go.
Ooh, you're diving into the dark arts of TTS testing, are you?
I am.
Make sure it doesn't start narrating your life with unexpected plot twists. Last thing you need is your coffee maker plotting a shenanigan against you. Stay sharp.
You don't want your coffee maker plotting shenanigans against you. What was that curse? The AI was having a bit of an issue there. And yeah, you can do things for resubs. And again, you know, you get the AIs to have a conversation if you want, or you can just use an AI thing. And if you do the ask a question, it you know, it's not just the prompt, it also comes up with something itself on top of that prompt. So that's a really, really clever thing. But yeah, like the way that I've done it for the tier 3s and the new subscriber, you know, these can work alongside your other things. So if you've got alerts in other things, you don't need to add like the overlays and stuff like that. I've got that in other themes, but you know, the AI text-to-speech, I haven't got in other things. So I might disable the generic text-to-speech from, you know, Streamlabs, which is what I currently use, or, you know, Twitch Alerts itself. And Twitch Alerts is pretty good. It's a lot better than Streamlabs, but this is the best by far because you can literally program anything you want. And like I said, the ability to add personalized triggers so that everyone, and you get an infinite number of these, you are not limited. You can literally program so that your people who rate you a lot, you know, they get their own personalized alert. Maybe you can show some of their content and, you know, you get AI text-to-speech, but then you can also add the videos for them. And then my tier 2 is a little less convoluted than the tier 3. So, you know, me talking, then GLaDOS talking, then all out of time cards. That's not right. Sometimes scrolling down with the middle mouse button changes things. Because that's supposed to be confetti. I might have accidentally made some changes by scrolling down with middle mouse button and inadvertently changed that because, you know, if you go over the text box, it changes it. So yeah, like these are the really, really coolest things that you can do. And then if we go to here, I'll show what Cheer does. Cheer does not let you use all of the text to speech because obviously the interactions are doing those. And then the interactions, ironically, you can set them up for tier amounts. So you can have them in individual tier amounts that are not the interaction amounts, so that they will trigger just for basic tiers, which is ironic that they're allowing you to do that, because I don't think they get a cut out of this. So, you know, if you would choose to do that, you can get around the system by doing that. It's maybe not the nicest thing to do to Tangier, but you can. I wouldn't. But the hype train ones are probably also some of the best because obviously you can add the conditions of the hype train, so the level of the goal or it just starting, and you know, when you reach a certain level, you can do something like the party scene where, you know, endless interactions, some music playing to be like, this is a hype train, and then some cool text to speech. I need to log out and log back in to be able to actually do mine because I tried to program one and then it was like, we've only just added these, you need to log out and log in to add permissions again. But these are by far the coolest and the greatest alerts that anyone could possibly have on all of Twitch. Like, nobody has any alerts like these, and you can literally program the coolest and greatest things ever with AI text speech, you know, the AI thanking people, reading people's messages, because it has level and goal for the hype train. But if we go back to the you won't let me save hype trains, the subs, the options are the username, the login, the tier, And then a resub, you get messages. So you can read out the message text, you can read out the duration. Because a normal sub, doesn't get a message. But a resub, they get to type in a message. And you can have the AI read out that message. You can have them interact with that. And what I haven't shown, let's go back. There's even better than that. So add condition. It would have to be in the resub though. So let's cancel that one. It also is in gifted subs. But you can also do if the message contains certain words or phrases, you can have Easter eggs in your thing so that if someone types something special, it will trigger its own special alert. So that's a really fun thing as well. So, someone unexpectedly types something like, say, shenanigans, and then shenanigans happen on stream. I'm sure you can come up with some of your own memes and things that will trigger special alerts. But that's by far some of the coolest stuff that you can do, because personal things I'd say go with their lowercase login all the time, not their name, because otherwise you have to capitalize it. You can do things if they've hit a certain substreak, the duration of months, if there are special messages, which I've not seen that anywhere else, that you can have a special alert for if someone has typed something inside of a message and it will trigger some special alert. That's by far the coolest thing. And the fact that you can just add endless things. The spline things for things that trigger, the overlays and things that trigger one after another or all at the same time for chaos. And, literal AI conversations, not just, this is what's happened, this is their message. It's by far the most intricate and comprehensive alert system that has ever existed, and by far the greatest alert ever. And then you can also have a basic pop-up which includes any of the things that you want in a text box. So, hey, you need to add some text there. Hi. And then let's just like blop, 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 blop. Just, so you can see. And it'll say powered by Tangier. It'll have a picture of their Twitch profile picture. Or there, I'm not sure which one. It'll either be there or there, and the other one will be yours, I believe. It might be that that's a different picture. It works differently, because, with the AI text-to-speech, it's a picture of the AI, and then there's a picture of their picture and their username. So, I haven't actually used this bit in particular, but, you can have a whole text box, you can have all of the spline alerts, you can do practically everything you can imagine, especially with the iframe programming. If you know what you're doing with the iframe programming, you can literally make your alerts do absolutely anything you want. You could make it so that they interact with scene triggers with that. Because you know how you can do the linking to your OBS via things that trigger the channel alerts through browser source that then triggers the thing? That's through a browser source. And if you use that browser source so that it goes, if there's a resub or something, changes to special scene on your OBS that is like a special trigger for that, or for the hype train, for the hype train. If you get a hype train, uses browser source that transfers your scene to special hype train source. There's anything you can imagine, literally anything you can imagine can be done. As long as you've got the webhooks in your OBS, you can do the webhook things that I was talking about. But even without that, there's so many things, and the fact that you can just do them all at the same time when you program in multiples of these and just have pure chaos of everything. Like, it's literally limitless. You can upload anything you want, you can program infinite numbers of AI text-to-speech. Your imagination is the limit with this, and by far it's the greatest. But do remember to use my referral, because then you will get the 2 text-to-speech, you'll get some extra limits on your thing. You'll get to offer subscriber discounts, and you'll be on your journey to unlocking more and more and more as you progress up the thing. But yeah, do not forget to use the link in the description to get your own alerts and show what you've done, because these are by far the greatest possible alerts, and no one's really got them at the moment. So you'll be the pioneer in the world's greatest alerts. And the personalized alerts for all of the VIPs and all of your regulars, having their own individual personalized alerts, that is going to draw in your community and bring them closer. They're going to feel much more appreciated when you've given them a special and personalized alert, or special personalized raid alerts for people that raid you frequently. That's just going to bring a lot of joy to your community and bring people together. So I think that's really, really good. And people are probably a lot more likely to stick around after seeing a personalized raid alert for that individual streamer than, generic, oh, it's just a raid. And a lot of people, they're there for their streamer. And then, but if you do that, they might be a lot more encouraged to stick around. So yes, use my link in the description and check it out for yourself and let me know how you do. Because, my God, it's ridiculous. It would be nice if they added YouTube and everything, and Twitter followers and all that, but Twitch is a lot more open with that. They share these alerts a lot more easier. YouTube, they're not really on board. They don't have the subscription triggers in OBS and Twitter and Facebook and all that. They just don't have these sorted out as much as Twitch do. So the fact that they've added the hype train things, which weren't there literally yesterday, and they've only just started doing this, they're adding more and more, and the charity donations as well. You can do things in Tangier, so if things are, donating, Tiltify and everything. Okay, so you can do donations to various other websites, and they will also trigger special alerts on here as well. But yeah, infinite stuff, and they keep adding more. So you think this is comprehensive? If there's anything else you can imagine, I'm sure they'll add it. Just let them know. But this is the greatest alert system ever. So if you haven't got it, you really, really should get it.